back in a big way.
The only thing I want to know about Houston, who is their closer?
And now Schenker, defended by Green, for the lead.
Game on the line, Draymond making a stop. It's like having Steph Curry take the shot.
It's a three-point game. Here comes Van Vliet on the move, trying to tie. The Golden State Warriors have held on.
We got all the confidence in the world that we can go in and close it out. That'll be our focus going down there.
Hey, first take on a Tuesday. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I have Stephen A in studio again. Who's suited and booted in the three-piece? Okay, I see you. All right, don't hurt him. And my girl Monica.
Good morning.
I saw you all over doing sidelines, doing your thing.
That's in person, baby.
You were Indy.
Milwaukee. That series, but
oh yeah, Milwaukee. Yeah. I saw you doing your thing.
Girl, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she's not in some hotel room looking like she's pictures behind.
Stephen A, that was like some basic art in a Marriott.
But it's like 3D behind her, like it was real wild, you know.
It caught
But the way
real wild.
he was like calling his assistant, like, can I get that in my house? Like
that's a lie. But okay, we'll go with that lie. We'll go with that lie.
You guys feeling good? You ready to go?
Yeah,
All right, let's have a little fun. The Warriors took a commanding 3-1 lead last night as the series shifts back to Houston tomorrow. Draymond Green, Defensive Player of the Year finalist, made the biggest stop of the night, forcing a Şengün miss with 6.4 seconds left. He's the best defender I've ever seen in my life. He rises to the occasion. That's what Steve Kerr had to say. Meanwhile, playoff Jimmy in full effect. Guy wasn't 100%. We wouldn't have known. The Golden State star returned from a one-game absence. Butler contributed 27 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, blocked a shot, converted all 12 of his free throws while playing 40 minutes less than a week after he sustained that pelvic contusion. Here's Jimmy. Here's Dre.
It means the world. I die for these guys, for real. It's so fun. I got my joy back, as some would say. But more than anything, it's always good to win. Let me go, man. Go back there. What are you going to do? Nothing on national TV.
We've been here for many years and still feeling like we have a chance, but not quite there and need a little boost. And our ownership group made a $20 million commitment for us to get that boost. And what he's meant since he's been here. Like tonight was great. He played through the injury. It was beautiful. But it's just his presence. What his presence does for this team.
Before I come to you, Stephen A, with the debate question, would you ever believe, if you didn't know anything about basketball, just seeing that he's only been with this team for 2 months? Just the chemistry and how he's already like galvanized and just fit in so seamlessly.
You're absolutely right in terms of if you didn't know basketball.
Yeah.
But if you know basketball, you know that this ain't a surprise because where Jimmy goes, success follows. Yeah. Might not be a championship, but he's going to push you there. He pushed Chicago. He pushed Minnesota. Obviously, he did it with Miami, and now he's doing it with Golden State.
Okay, to that point, he's trying to push him again this year, right? They know the window's closing. Of course, Dre and Steph just getting older, and I think 2 more years on the contract. Who's more important for a Golden State title run? Is it Dre and that defense or playoff Jimmy?
I'm still going to say Draymond. And the reason I'm going to say Draymond is because without him, where's your defense? What kind of defense do you actually have? We all know the value of Jimmy buckets. He is who he is. But in the same breath, we also know that whatever he's not doing can be offset by a Steph Curry explosion. What can't be offset is when you have no defense whatsoever. When you know that you can attack. They're undersized. Everybody knows it. You know that. But going up against Draymond Green, obviously that's going to have a profound impact in terms of how effective he is. When he is effective, he makes game-changing plays on the defensive side of the ball, which gives you more bites at the apple offensively, and that's why I say him.
I agree with that, S.A. However, I think you take a hit on both sides of the ball tremendously, and not that Draymond Green as a point forward and facilitator is not an important piece of their offense as well. But if you lose Jimmy Butler, you're taking a hit on both sides of the basketball, and you lose your second offensive engine, if you will. And frankly, prior to this trade, this team was spinning Julius Wills, they were doing nothing. Like, Jimmy Butler has literally opened up this window and this opportunity for them to contend for a title. So for me, it's Jimmy.
Yeah, I agree with both you guys are saying. You guys are both right, but for me, it's Jimmy Butler. I think that what Draymond brings to the table, like you think about yesterday, just outstanding one-on-one defense against Sengun, only gave up 6 points against him one-on-one. But Jimmy's 27 points, his aura, they believe in him. You see the interview right there. They're galvanized around him already. He brings a different vibe into that locker room. Defensively, where's Jalen Green been? He's been shut down. Offensively, he gives you 27 to 30 points, and he's not even 100% healthy right now. He's still doing that against a really good defensive Houston team.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm glad you brought up Jalen Green. Yeah, the camera's right there. Do you not recognize that you're an NBA player? Do you not recognize that you're supposed to be the face of the Houston Rockets franchise? 7 points in one game, 9 points in another. I'm looking at him last night, 8 points in this game. The one game where he had 38 points is when Jimmy Butler went down early and got hurt. My God. When we talk about, you will not hear any trade rumor more than you will hear the Phoenix Suns talking about Kevin Durant going to Houston so they can reclaim a couple of those first-round picks that Houston possesses of Phoenix. Because what is Houston lacking? Houston is lacking complete, God bless him, he balled out, all right, very little help. But when you look at what Houston has done, I mean, my goodness, you're shooting a postseason worth 63% from the free throw line. You did it during the regular season. Then you come into the postseason. It's bad enough you can't make jump shots, can't make free throws either. And this is Jalen Green, athletic, talented, young. We understand that. But I'm talking about a disappearing act. There's an APB in Houston out for this brother right now. I mean, they got everybody looking for him. Where the hell have you been? Fred VanVleet is a champion, okay? But he's about Molly's height. And I'm just looking at
Fred like that. Don't Fred like that.
I'm just saying like that.
I'm 5'7".
Exactly. Which is good for a woman. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is that this brother is special. Fred VanVleet can ball. Major props to him. Where's the help? Where do you go just leave him out there like that? And Sengun, that's why you have to call his number, him or VanVleet. You're supposed to be relying on Jalen Green. He's going to get himself traded out of Houston.
Booze.
I'm telling you.
Booze, to that you say what? Is that fair? He's going to get himself traded? He's not stepping up to the occasion?
Like, I know that it's also his first playoff run, too, and I got to give him a little bit of grace because I have one of my first playoff runs, too, and I struggled in a couple games as well. But he's got to be midway. He can't be so great to have single digits in 3 out of the 4 games. He's got to be somewhere in the middle.
I'm not saying something like this if it was 15, 18 points, y'all, or whatever. 7,
but
9,
you're saying
8.
when you're saying the lights are the brightest, his play has diminished significantly.
I'm saying they walked into this series knowing those rumors were going to be coming. Because everybody's saying Houston's a piece away. And everybody was talking about how, okay, well, they want them picks. They back because you can't trade Bradley Beal because he's got the no trade clause, right? And he don't want to leave even though they want him to leave. But you got a situation where Kevin Durant is the piece. That's right, I'm telling you.
Kevin, we get it. Kevin Durant is looming.
Huh?
Yeah,
he's
we get
looming,
Kevin Durant.
and you know that
Monica,
coming into the series, and this is what you're doing.
Where are you?
I love this Houston.
Chào mừng các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Lại là mình đây. Video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục đi tô mỏ để cho các bạn cùng xem